Dear students, in my last video I discussed that how we can actually get better day by day and become an excellent orator or develop our presentation skills by following certain strategies or certain planning. Out of this, two things we've discussed in our last video, that was how you can actually analyze your audience and also define the purpose of your presentation before the crowd or before the people that you are appearing for the presentation. In this, we will discuss how you have to organize or arrange your material so that you don't feel nervous, you don't feel underconfident in front of the people. As you can see here, people differ in their ability to speak confidently in public. When one faces the audience, it is natural to feel a little nervous. It is very natural, very common, and I believe nobody in this world would say that he or she never felt nervous when they faced an audience or a large crowd or unknown faces, or maybe in their school or in their college or in their office before appearing to a large number of people. It is very much natural. Even though when you are very much prepared, you sometimes tend to feel a little nervous. But those who are very good in their speaking skills, in their vocal ability, and or they are very good orators, they will also agree that by constant practice or by following certain tips, they eventually, with time, overcome this and they became efficient in their oral presentation. So, any one of us, like you, can also master the skills of oral presentation by following certain steps, and one of it, very important one, is organizing or arranging the contents. So, once you get on the stage, take your time to arrange the notes. It is very important that if you are stepping on the stage, you should be very much organized or very much in sequence with what you have to discuss. Like what you have to say when you start the stuff, what you have to say when you progress further, like how will you greet the audience, then how will you ask your first question, and what will be your first point of discussion. Following few things should be in your mind so that the time you take, like initially maybe 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute time, maximum like 5 minutes to get comfortable on the stage, in that time you don't have to pause, or you don't have to take a number of halls or get a little underconfident. Like if you are able to manage those first 5 minutes with your pre-preparation, then you won't be getting any problem further in your delivery. So begin with a smile. See, a smile tells your audience that you are very warm and you are very confident, and it is a sign of a pleasant personality, and everybody wants to see a face that is happy, that is smiling, and that is cheerful. So always begin your presentation with a smile. Then by doing this, you offer them a warm welcome and get relaxed too. Also, when a person smiles, then it has been found that your facial muscles will relax, and then you will feel quite patient and calm. Then you will not be in a hurry to just start and just go dot by dot and dot by dot, and just like without pauses you will not continue. You will be in a very relaxed position, and then you can progress in a controlled manner. If you are new to such setup, like if you're not very much experienced, or you have not done many presentations or many interactions in such way, then memorize the first few sentences so that you can move ahead easily. If you have not done like presentations and such deliveries before, then it is quite a good tip that you can learn like few 2-3 points of starting that I already said, so that the first 5 minutes or 6 minutes you are very much comfortable, and then you don't forget things, you don't blank out, because it happens that suddenly if you are in the middle of crowd, or in the middle of a house that is packed with people, or a room that is like full of maybe 50, 60, or a crowd more than that, then you might get nervous by seeing their new faces, and like with every eyes on you, you might stammer. So these things won't happen. Then arrange into three main parts. Your content, whatever you are discussing, whatever you are going to talk about, can ideally be clubbed or grouped into three main parts: the introduction, main body, and the conclusion. So whether it's while preparing your content, or whether it's like discussing it with people, you can organize your stuff into three main parts. So we'll go through them one by one, and firstly we will discuss about introduction. It includes the opening statement, the aim, and the layout. Your introduction ideally has what, like how you will greet your audience, maybe a namaste, or how are they doing, or maybe a quote, or maybe something said by a very famous writer or author, or something that is written by you. And then the aim that we already said, the purpose, like why we are here, what we are to discuss. And then the layout. The layout ideally includes that how you will go through or progress with your presentation, like how you will discuss the things. Maybe will you use something like a visual presentation, or like we will go with maybe something that they have to act upon, like a role play, or maybe you will have a question answer session. So how will your presentation further progress? Then the opening statement or portion, posh, can be question, sincere greeting, or a striking sentence. The sentence that you open with, that I already said, that is a quote or something that you have written, or maybe a startling statement to grab everyone's attention so that everyone focuses on you and you get their undivided focus, is called also an opening statement or a posh. Then this catches the attention of the audience and prepares them to listen. Like if your opening statement is a success, then you are going, like out of the three stages you have conquered the first one and you have grabbed the attention, and now your presentation might be a cakewalk if you just go through understanding and just taking them feedback from them. So then your presentation is a thumbs up. Depending upon the topic, one can also use a question, quotation, a statement, or even an anecdote to grab the attention of the audience. Like if you are using maybe some motivational speech, then you can go for a quotation, or if you are there for some information, then you can mark a statement, or if it's like some entertaining thing then, or humor, then you can crack a joke, and then you can have the attention of your audience. For example, we can see few examples here. If you deliver a presentation on the topic the new classroom teaching method, you can begin your presentation with the question. Like if you're discussing about the latest method that we've adopted, like Zoom classroom teaching is very common, that has been started since the COVID spread, and you are going to ask or discuss about this new method that is being applied, then you can also frame a question among people, like what are the benefits of the newly introduced classroom teaching method. So you have already begun with getting input from them, like what they are expecting or how they have found the new classroom teaching method, whether they are happy with this or what are the like convenience that they're having. So you will get answers from them. They will feel participated and then they will get focused. Or with the statement that the new classroom teaching method has brought a lot of changes. Here you have already stating changes. So when you're talking about something changes or something new, then it is very natural that people get focused because they find, okay, something new is coming. right? Something that I don't know might be coming. I might be getting to know something that I don't know so far, and so they automatically get focused on what you're about to tell them, right? So this is a very smart way of getting the attention of people. After this, mention or state clearly the purpose of your presentation. So once you have started or made the opening statement, then it is important that you come to that why are you discussing the topic. Okay, like me, do you want them to give your feedback on this method, or do you simply want them to just get to understand the new method, or do you just want them to actually implement this method and start something, maybe a virtual setup in terms of the performance assessment, or maybe your future goals, how you will continue, or what new changes you will bring in this method. So all this, like what is your purpose or your idea, that has to be very much clear. Then end your introduction by giving an overview or roadmap of your presentation. At the end of your presentation, it is very important that you give an overview, like what all points did you discuss, or what are you going to discuss specially, or how this presentation is going to progress, or what is the main sole intention behind this. And also the roadmap, like what we will discuss, like maybe we'll just go with the basics, or we'll go deep into the benefits and the drawbacks of the method. And at the end, do you want them to also point out certain drawbacks, or you just want them to think about it? And also what aids we will use, like maybe we will work on a case, or we will see some visuals, or there will be some games involved, or it will just be an open hall discussion. So you have to mention how this is going to further progress, right? A good introduction is a vehicle to lead the audience into the main body of the speech. So as I told you that if your introduction is a success, then naturally you are thumbs up or getting one up in the first few 5 minutes or 10 minutes of your presentation itself, and people actually get an idea or an impression about how good the speaker is, and whether they are going to benefit from this, or whether they are going to find their time pleasant, or whether they will enjoy the presentation or not. The first impression is created with the introduction. So the introduction is a vehicle, like if you have created an impression that this half an hour, this 1 hour, or this 2 hours, whatever time that you are giving for the presentation is going to be interesting or fun or some informative for them, then your main speech or your main body or whatever next that you are going to talk about, that will get the focus of the audience. Then after giving a preview, make sure that you provide a smooth transition to the main body of the speech. By preview, we mean that in our introduction we discuss what all we are going to share in the presentation. So once you are done with the introduction, it is very important that you also move to the main body or to the details of the topic in a way that your audience are clear that okay, now we will see what is there inside, or what is there layer by layer. So this transition has to also to be very good, so that the interest that you have generated or the impression that you have cast lasts with your progressive speech also, right? Thank you.